Former NFL star Shawntae Spencer with us with Rob Wilson. Shawntae is engaged right now in something called Wingstop. You're an entrepreneur after, of course, 9 years in the National Football League. Rob, I don't want you to break confidences, but I really find what he said in our last segment to be interesting. We, meaning you two, have been researching this for years. To the extent that you can, talk about that process.
Well, I mean, this is what I do, and I've mentioned on the show a lot of times that I work with athletes, and you're kind of seeing how that plays out now. But he's one of the smart guys, I mean, who said, look, I know this isn't going to last forever, so let's start thinking about what we're going to do. Let's plan how we're going to end this game. And so, yeah, I get a lot of cockamamie calls with ideas and business opportunities and plans, but he came with this and said, look, I think it's a good opportunity, but let's just not jump at it. Let's go fly down. Let's meet people. Let's analyze it. Let's bring in a consultant who really knows what he's talking about. And what I appreciate about that is that a lot of stars, not just NFL players, but entertainers as well, they think because they are able to throw money at a business that makes them a good business person. And what they quickly find out is that when the money runs out, they figure out that they didn't really know. And so you got a lot of folks who never really had a job, didn't work in a McDonald's or something while they were coming up. So you got to form a team around you who knows what they're talking about, and he was really good about doing that.
Shawntae, I've met you actually once or twice in the distant past, but let's throw the money out for a minute. Let's just go right here. Have you ever had an endeavor in your life that was meaningful that you didn't prepare for, that you didn't say, I'm going to look into this? Because if you say, no, I just figured I could do it on my own, I'm going to be shocked. To
be honest with you, I have. And it started out earlier in my professional career as a professional athlete. As a rookie, I didn't know how to study film properly. I had to be taught by veterans how to study films. So I started my rookie year, and I just didn't feel confident going in some of these games not knowing everything that I should have known. And the outcomes were, some were good, some were bad. But once I learned how to study film, how to be professional, as far as a professional athlete, the preparation in the film room, the results started getting better and better and better. So I think a lot of times with athletes, they're not as hands-on with their businesses. Like Rob said, they throw money at it, and it may be a relative or whomever they meet to enter this business agreement with, and they're hands off and they don't know anything about what's going on. So,
what is Wingstop, and how did you get intrigued by them?
Wingstop's a national franchise, domestic or international, or here in the States. There's about 800 of them, a little over 800, and about 300 internationally. I got introduced to the product actually when I was with the Raiders. Carson Palmer actually introduced me to the product. We were on a plane and we were headed to San Diego, and it was something that he had one of the rookies run out and grab for him, and we sat next to each other on a plane, and he gave me one of the wings, and it was just phenomenal. So from that point, I found myself making late night runs and getting them around 11 o'clock at night. I kind of got addicted to the fries and the lemon pepper wings, and from that point I said, wow, we just start researching it. I started researching it on my own, called into corporate, seeing what markets were available, and then from that point we went to a few different trade shows and different things like that, and then headed down to Dallas.
Rob, your website, robtv.co, really gives a lot of information on this, but the restaurant's going to be opening on the south side February 11th, but that's not the only one he's going to be engaged in, is that correct?
No, he decided that he wanted to have the entire Pittsburgh market, and so he's got a deal to open up 15 of these things. And so the first one, the inaugural store, 1324 East Carson Street, grand opening is next Wednesday, 11 a.m. So we hope a bunch of people come out, and we'll leave some of these with you so you can.
I'm going to show it out right now. Come on, I mean there you go, Wingstop, and it's interesting. Oh, I've been told. There we go. There we go. And it's interesting, you make an interesting observation in something I read. Chicken used to be something off to the side, but now it's center plate.
Yeah, for a long time it was an appetizer, but I think now it's the center main dish. And a lot of people, especially Pittsburgh, what we loved about it was it's such a huge sports town, right? We pretty much have all the major sports except for basketball. And, Pittsburgh fans are very passionate, and they like to eat chicken wings during these games.
They love to eat chicken, period. How about this real quick? The average American ate 58 pounds of chicken in 2010, I think is what it says. That's the latest information. I want to make it clear that was all eaten by my 3 sons, and that 36 billion pounds of chicken broilers were also produced annually. That's a lot of chicken, guys.
That's a lot of chicken. What's great about this, real quick, is that it's not sitting under a lamp or anything. It's all fresh and cooked to order, and so it's a new entry to the Pittsburgh market. I think people will like it.
We're glad to have some time with you to talk about it. Best of luck, Shawntae.
Thanks for having me.
And Coach Novak said to say what's up.
Oh, that's my guy.
He told me to tell you to call him.
I will. I definitely will.
Yeah, take him down to your place.
Oh, he'll be there.
All right, we're going to come back and wrap it up. We've got a pretty cool.